Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
All right.
Hello, Bruce.
All right. Happy Monday.
Yes, sir. What a great day today, huh?
A lot of things happened over the weekend. Man,
Oh, my
since
goodness.
last weekend, we got a president getting shot at. We got a president dropping out this weekend. We got no idea where this country's going. We don't know who the Democrats are going to put in there. I think there's going to be a battle over that. So it'll be an interesting rest of this year.
Absolutely. Well, the topic that I wanted to talk about today was exactly that. What should we wait until after the election to buy?
Well, let's talk about that, because you think about that, and who would tell somebody in our business to wait? Well, let's just lay it on the line and talk about the pros and the cons. So if you were to wait to buy a home, you might get a lower interest rate in the future. Okay.
Mhm.
Now there's no guarantee of that, but the overall sentiment is that interest rates are going to drop. So if interest rates are going to drop, and that's going to lower your payment a little bit, make it a little bit more affordable, maybe you can qualify for more home, then why not just put all this on the sidelines, wait for the election, see what happens, and then go from there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm seeing literally those are the conversations I have every day just about with buyers that I work with. Is they're on the fence. They want to buy. They feel like it's the best solution for them, but they want to worry about the rate. And frankly, I mean, rates are down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but rates are down in 6.5, 6.75.
Yeah, they've come down a little bit. Thursday and Friday were a little rocky on the bond market, but they're down from where they were. Bonds are on their way up. I'm watching the market as we speak right now. And I'm hoping for a good week in the bond market, and that should help interest rates a little bit. So then why don't you just sit on the sidelines, wait, and find out? Now,
well, I'll tell you why, man. I'm going to tell you right now. I've got one buyer under contract that I did last weekend. Put them under contract, and we're negotiating, or we're in the inspection phase, right? First of all, we negotiated money off. That he didn't want help with closing costs, so we got him money off. Got a decent deal. And then now we're in the repairs phase, and frankly, it's a beautiful house. There's very little wrong with it, but there are a number of things. Probably going to be about $4,000 to $6,000 worth of repairs, and we requested them all yesterday. I think they're going to do them all. I really do, and it's. Before, sellers were like, no, I'm not doing any of that, or I'll do this one, and you can go take a
right. Yeah, I'll fix the leaky faucet on the outside spigot, but that's all I'm fixing.
Yeah, and or whatever's absolutely required for insurance, they'll do. And now these people look like they're going to do all of it, or at least the vast majority of it. So I think the point is that if you buy today, you can actually get a better deal, get better terms, get credits. Heck, we had a closing today where people literally $0 out of pocket, Bruce.
Yeah,
$0. I shouldn't say that. They paid for the inspections, but their hometown heroes covered the majority of their down payment, and I got them closing cost credits that covered 100% of their closing costs. And they're coming to the table with $0 out of pocket.
Incredible. And that's why I think that you should not wait. Because, listen, anybody can refinance later when rates go down. But what's going to happen is you're going to be scrambling to you won't even have an opportunity as a first-time home buyer. If you're putting down no money, you're getting down payment assistance, your VA, your USDA, your FHA, your 3% down conventional, you are not even going to be considered in the loop, because the sellers then, once those rates drop, are going to have everybody jumping in the market. Absolutely. And there'll be no repairs. You're going to be paying over ask price for the house. Listen, I got out the numbers last week. Home prices in Central Florida are up 6% in a soft year. So if nobody's buying, if 2 people in 10 people that want to buy are actually buying, and home prices are going up by 6%, what do you think's going to happen when interest rates drop to 5.25?
Is that all of Florida?
Well, I mean, every area can be
right. No. I'm saying
is
that a Florida average?
that's the Florida average that I just got.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna make that even more interesting. Condos are flat or down almost everywhere across Florida, which means single family homes are up even more than the number that you just threw out.
Yeah. I wouldn't be looking at a condo in this market, unfortunately, but hopefully the condominium associations can fix their problems and, adapt to the new requirements, and then condos will be back in action again. But right now, it's not a condo market.
Yeah, no, I think they'll get there. They have to, right? It's just going to be, I think it's going to be a year and a half before they're even, I have a few people looking at condos, and I'm being very careful to make sure I dig into the building before we even consider it. So,
yeah.
But
listen, if you need Tom's help or you need my help, we operate and service all 50 states.
We do.
Check us out on our YouTube channel. Check us out on our Facebook. We're always here to answer questions for you. If you are a competitor, it doesn't matter. We're here to help everyone. You got loan questions, marketing questions. You have questions on writing contracts, negotiating, economic forecasts. Feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to give you our 2 cents.
So yeah, absolutely. That's right. So as a matter of fact, on my YouTube channel this weekend, I pumped out my favorite new video. It's called "Orlando is a Hot, Boring Shithole."
Okay.
Covers why you should leave. So I figured I'd take the opposite approach of come to Orlando. I'm telling you to leave.
Yeah. Well, only certain people though.
Absolutely. So anyway, let's get back to the waiting until after the election. I think, obviously if you buy after the election, you're going to be able to buy, right? You're going to be able to buy a house. And maybe rates will come down, but they're not. I think the misconception people have is that 2 and 3% are normal.
No, they're not normal, and they're not coming back.
And they're not coming back. And, and I think about that, the last time we had a massive run up in housing prices, which did end up in a crash, right? But we had a massive run up in prices in the mid 2000s, right? 2002 to about 2006 or 7, depending on where you are.
That's right.
What were rates then? 6 and 7%. Yeah. There was no 5, maybe a little bit of 5.
A little bit of the 5s. Yeah. They were in the high
5s. No 4s, no 3s, definitely no 2. I mean, it's just it was utterly ridiculous that we pumped that much money into the economy via,
it really spoiled people, and they think that that's the norm now, or some do. But I think that
people are coming to realization
that in time will fix itself. People just have to understand that that's not a normal rate.
No, it's not. So, when we're down here in the 6s and if it ever drops to the high or mid 5s, I think the market's going to get lit on fire.
Well, we're doing permanent buy downs into the 5s and then stacking temporary buy downs on top of that to get into the 3s and 4s right now. Jeez. So it's doable to do it. We're doing it with builders. We're doing it with sellers. I had a client the other day. They bought the rate down to 5.99. They paid some points to do it, but they wanted to do it. The seller was contributing to their closing costs. Then we stacked the 2-1 buy down on top of that. So instead of 5.99, they got 3.99 start rate.
There you go. There's always ways to get in, man. So hey, I'll tell you, man, we didn't talk about Hometown Heroes yet. I know that we both thought that it was going to run out of money by the end of this month, and it's looking like it's going to last maybe until the end of August.
It very well could. There's 54 million left, so we've gone through just under 50% of it. And I think that there was a surge from people that were just sitting on the sidelines waiting to lock it in. So I think that was about 15% of that. So you actually do have an opportunity, but I wouldn't take that for granted either.
No,
I locked in one this morning for Hometown Heroes already. I'm not taking any chances on that slipping away.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's, while it's not free money, it's a free loan, right? I mean, it costs you nothing to borrow that money. And
I'll borrow all the money I can at 0% interest.
Yeah, I love 0%. Well, hey, Bruce, it's been awesome, man. I don't think anybody should wait until after the election if they're ready to buy today. But, obviously that's a personal decision. I'm happy to consult anybody.
Well, we'll go over it with you. Let's go over the pros and cons. Let's weigh the numbers. Let's see what they would be if they go up. I mean, you and I have talked about this, that Barbara Corcoran, real estate mogul and Shark Tank host, thinks that when interest rates drop into the mid fives, that we're going to see a 15% appreciation jump. And I think that's going to happen. It'll jump up quickly. If we're already at 6, that's only doubled.
Well,
so,
only double, geez,
right?
Yeah. So,
but you can see how easy that would be to happen, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen it before. I don't know if so I did the math for my last video from 2015, every year, all the way through this year. If you just average it out, we're at over 9% in Orlando annually. Every year, 9 on top of 9 on top of 9. That's
from
a lot.
2015.
From 2015.
Wow.
It was a $232,000 or $228,000 house is now worth $532.
Buy real estate. Buy as much as you can get your hands on.
Absolutely, man. Hey,